So here's the question, folks. I was thinking about this, right? I'm sitting here, I just got from the gym, sitting in my driveway, and I'm just thinking, right? My brain is just working. And the question popped in my head, what's the difference? Like, is knowledge is knowledge the birth child of information, or is information the offshoot of knowledge? And I think the latter is correct, not the former. I think information is the offspring of knowledge, because I believe knowledge, which the Greek word for knowledge is gnosis, if you spell Gnosis, from where you get, it's a compound where you put like you get the word prognosis. So gnosis means to know something. So the question I'm saying to myself is, knowledge the offshoot of information, or is information the birth child of knowledge? And like I said, I think the latter is correct. I think information is the seedling of knowledge, because knowledge is a collection of data and information acquired through experience and learning, whereas information is processed data, information. But see, here's the thing. I think information, if you like, I'm an etymologist, so I like to break words down, right? Information. If you take off the preposition in, if you separate it, anagrams, right, where you move letters around. If you remove the in, you have formation. The word formation has its own meaning. My bad, allergies, y'all. No, yeah, anytime this time of the year my allergies start acting up. But anyway, so if you space the word in from information, if you were to the suffix, no, that's not the prefix, excuse me. I'm bugging out. That's the prefix. If you separate the prefix in, you have formation, and formation means to mold, to fashion, to shape, to design, to patternize, to crystallize, to establish. This is formation. These are all the synonyms, or all the associated meanings with formation. So formation means you develop something or someone, and if you develop it, you're cultivating it. If you're cultivating it, you're preparing it. If you're preparing it, you're establishing it. If you're establishing it, you're growing it. So in knowledge, information is the child of knowledge. Right, information is the child of knowledge. So out of knowledge comes information. And when you receive information, now the last three letters in information is ION. If you look up ION, if you guys go to any kind of thesaurus or dictionary and look up ION are electrically charged atoms. Words that ends in ION carry a very strong charge. And the reason why I tell you that is because your brain has what's called something called brainwave entrainment. You guys can research that. Brainwave entrainment, or frequency following. So the neurons in your brain respond differently to different words based on the electrical charge. The reason is because the neurons are fired by electrical impulses. And the electrical impulses are generated by the electrolytes, which is all throughout your body, mainly in your cells. Electrolytes are found in your cells by means of the foods that we eat: magnesium, potassium, sodium, calcium, so on and so forth and so forth. These are all alkaline or alkali metals that are found on the periodic table. But so your neurons respond to certain words differently depending on the electrical charge each word carries. Now, words that end in ION carry a very strong electrical charge. That's why you say something like satisfaction, congratulations, meditation, information. Words that end with the ION ending carry a very strong charge. And ION are electrically charged atoms, groups of atoms. They're either cations or anions, right? Cations or anions, which are positive or negatively charged atoms. So ions are negatively or positively charged atoms that allow the flow of electricity. Ions are what's in your body that's called electrolytes. Right. and they're gel-like fluid substance that's in your cells that allow. They're very conductive. They're extremely. They're high conductivity. So they're high conductivity. That means they transfer and they carry electricity very, very easily. They facilitate the flow of electricity. Right. So words that end in ion carry a very strong charge. So in formation, again, prefix in, separate from formation. Formation means to develop, to cultivate, to prepare, to establish, etc. So in formation, when that knowledge connects with the neurons in your brain in the form of information, and it gets in you. In is a preposition. A preposition is a word that tells you the relationship between a noun and a pronoun. It tells you the relationship between a noun and a pronoun. That's a preposition. So in is a preposition. Formation, so it's letting you know the relationship between you, the host, which is me, and that knowledge which is being transferred to you in the form of what's called information, and it has the ion, so it's an extremely strong charge. It's extremely strong in terms of how it's received by the neurons in your brain. And then, because the word formation means to fashion, that information, which is the knowledge, when it gets into the mind, into your consciousness and your neurons, it's fashioned in your mind. It's formation. Remember, formation means to form, to mold, to shape, to establish, to raise, to rear, to grow. So that information is forming and putting you in formation. So it's putting you in formation. If you talk about it from a military standpoint, formation means to line up soldiers into a certain file and rank. So information, when it gets in you, is putting you, the person, the host, in formation. So it's forming you and developing how you're going to see the world, how you're going to respond to the world, how you're going to deal with how you're going to acquire problem-solving skills, how you're going to survive or not survive, how you deal with life or not deal with life, whether you succeed or whether you fail, is dependent and contingent upon the information, and the information that's getting in you is coming out of the knowledge, and that knowledge is the knowledge is the acquired data that you're being exposed to. Yeah, I think, yeah, I'm a little confused my damn self. I'll see y'all later. That shit was deep though.